Today, thank God I'm already well because the past week I've been sick. Doing this community immersion or business immersion in Dallas, they have so many referral networking in the morning from 7:30 to 8 or 9. You're not gonna run out of networking immersion from starting in breakfast, and then they have lunch, and then they also have dinner. Dinner is more happy hour or business mixers. And one of the common conversation that I'm having with business owners, whether they own a restaurant or they become a life coach or becoming from an agent to the bank to becoming loan officer or even person become therapist, it's like how far can you go and how far you'd like to push that boundaries that you're not used to. It's like a common situation where we all face crossroad. We always have to make decisions and let go of things for the bigger picture. That's why today I just had a meeting with my client because he did his best. He's a veteran, but now he joined the entrepreneurship environment. He gave up almost everything. He didn't work for a company. He always wanted to have his own business, so that's why he opened a store. And then he believed that since it's a franchise store, that this franchise would actually make that kind of revenue that will pay the lifestyle. But the only thing is, I've been doing this with other business and high income professional when they're trying to switch to another business from full time employee having. That's why he also came to the point of having his personal house to be a collateral. That's why he's through this intense emotion. And during the first year of the business, he realized that he's not making it. But the thing is, it's still premature. Any type of business need to have 2 years to 4 years before you would really see if this business is going to grow. At the first 2 years, the company can be a loss, and then third or fourth year they could be break even. That's why he didn't see that coming, and then he's shutting down his business. But I think more than the financial decision is what really will test you to the limit is your mental, emotional health, physical health. Because what would you do if things don't work? Would you give up? Would you go back to your comfort zone? But we have to understand that life is all about taking that calculated risk. It's not about 100% risk, it's about calculated. And along the way, not just the monies you have to prepare, you need to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically before the money. Because even if you have enough money, but you're an impulsive buyer, it takes a lot of mental discipline to run a business. I'm just speaking in behalf of people that do it they are self-made. I'm not talking about people that inherited the business because you already have money. The companies already have the system. But for me, it's more like the mental aspect. Learn about the business. Also, you have to stay away from people that if you really want to do become a doctor, you surround yourself with other doctors. If you want to be a business owner, you don't surround yourself with people that are employed, because that's not the direction you want to take. You're not gonna learn something that would that you need to run a business or being an entrepreneur. If you want to be an employee and best employee of the year, then go ahead and then talk to all the seniors and then be friends with the managers. I'm not. It's just all about, you have to pick which path you want to take, but stick on it and stay on it and go forward. So that's another thing that you really want, is surround yourself with people that will encourage and push and pull you despite the tough times. Because I'm telling you guys, entrepreneurship, it's a lonely road to travel. There, you will lose your identity, you will lose your purpose, you will lose your reason when things don't go to your plan and disappointment kick in. And that's why emotional, uh, it's also important to have therapists to talk about other aspect of the business aside from the business. You have to have that kind of balance and segment the conversation from one person to another. Where emotional, do not bring your stress to your family, to your wife, to your kids. That should always draw the line, because your company does not, that it's not the totality of you. You're a father, you're a mother, you're a son, daughter, or maybe you're also a mentor, you're also part of the big nonprofit community. You represent different things, and the business should not tear you down and make you feel less valuable, because you offer more value more than you think you can. And spiritual, this is one thing that really I'm guilty of, because I rely heavily, oh, I can do this, I got this. But there are things that beyond our control, and only God can really put that on you, on the direction. Sometimes God's delay, it's not God's denial. So that's, if there are things that not coming your way at the moment, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna get it. But sometimes you just have to have that faith that maybe it's not really meant for you at this point, or not but now, or maybe there are better purpose that God is planning to have in your life. The sorrow, the pain, it's all about trust on Him and prayer, and keep praying and praying and praying that things happen, that things, it might be a hard process, but diamond will never be diamond without friction. But sometimes God is also testing your faith. How far will you trust Him without your own understanding? And that's the reason there's wisdom, there's the reason why there's faith. Because before we were even born, our life is already designed. Our life already has a start from the time that we were born. Born with a purpose. Out of so many, we were the one given the chance. So the spiritual growth is something that's missing for me, and I'm still seeking and trying to attend a lot of groups dealing with faith. Uh, and knowing that everything that we have right now, we don't own it. This was just us to borrow. And these are all temporary. At the end of the day, it all belongs to God. He gave it to us, and He's also the person that will take it from us. So that's why I think if we do not rely no more, and we stop have this anxiety and the fear of losing things, I think that's the sign of a spiritual growth. Because Life with a purpose is more than material things. It's more than that. When we started to let go and then let it go and let it God, the divine mercy would be the one taking control. Because as we grow older, there are things that we prioritize more than our spiritual relationship. So that's why it's important we count our blessings. We should focus on be being thankful with the things that we have and hopeful for the things that we don't have, and bless others. So it's all about giving. You'll never know who's watching, or God is the teacher and we are the students, but there are also instruments that He will provide through your journey. So that's why focus on your mental health, your physical, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and also the more than the financial, it's also physical health. So that's why I have a friend. She used to have a business, but now she got diagnosed with cancer. She's been battling this cancer for years and years. It started to stop, and having a good health is 100% blessing that we cannot complain about our situation. But if you're not suffering any type of sickness or illnesses, it's very important to exercise, to sleep really well, to exercise, sleep at least 6 to 7 hours. Uh, Take a mental break, do meditation, do yoga. I usually do the PAMES acronym. P stands for prayer, A for affirmation, M for meditation, E for exercise. So that's why I have this acronym from the time I wake up. This is I need to do prayer, affirmation, meditation, exercise. So at least I can start my day right. Exercise could be 3 to 5. Just burn maybe. I usually try to aim 300 calories in a day to burn, more like a cardio. I don't really want to bulk up. So that's why how far you can go. It's if you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done from different aspects of your life, and you don't need. Sometimes you don't watch movie no more, or Netflix or news things that don't add value to your direction. Then you stop dealing with people that are difficult, that you make that make you feel, that always talk back on you, or they don't talk about but other people's lives. They You just stay away no matter what. Sometimes you just draw that boundaries. Could be a part of the group chat, but your friends, if they keep talking about other people's misery, because they feed on it, they breathe on it. And I don't want to talk about religion and politics because it's a never ending debate. So yeah, I think the gift of the entrepreneurship is that freedom. Am I there yet financially? No. It's a continuous process and progress. But I do it day by day. Dang, it's just this traffic here. So as far as you can see, because when you get there, you will know how to get further. There are just so many quotes, and the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. Before you look on the years, look on the day-to-day basis of your life.